All right, I want to welcome you tonight to the varsity matchup between your Suburban Crusaders and the Calvary Christian Eagles. So, if you can all rise for prayer, followed by the national anthem. Dear Jesus, thank you for this opportunity tonight. Thank you for all that you have been able to do for us. Keep us safe as we play both of these games and bring us back together at the next appointed time. In your name, amen.
Well, hello and good late afternoon on this Tuesday, August 16th, 2022. And I want to ask you a question. Are you ready to start the next chapter? Well, it starts right now as the varsity volleyball girls of Suburban begin the 2022 campaign here at Suburban Christian School against Calvary Christian. So I want to welcome you in. Hope your day's been going all right so far. Enjoy the last this afternoon, and as we get into the evening here, pretty quick. Well, quick timeout here. I'll be back with you in under a minute. What are we doing having a timeout so quickly for? I don't understand. We were told this before. Maybe we get plenty of time to do it. Okay, so some people must have been confused about something here on the lineups. I don't have no idea. But we're going to get going here just shortly, I think. All right, we got things straightened out. Let's play some volleyball at SCS right now, as 28 is away with it. And it's Misty, Madison, Kelsey, good spike, and that one's out of bounds, giving Calvary the first point of the late afternoon. 1-0 Calvary. All right, 28. As I'll go over lineups at the end of the first period, as that one's up and then out of bounds, and that will tie the game at 1. As Miss Abby Connor will serve it for Suburban. She is up and away, and that was 14-22. Away with 6, Abby Connor, Madison, and Misty spike over. Good, and that was hit by number 6, but off the net, 2-1 Suburban. As Abby Connor will serve it away. And she does. That one is over. 14 up 2. And are they going to get it over? 28 there. And she does get over successfully. Kelsey there. Madison. And Kelsey good. And 6-4. Head net got over. And Madison could not get it. 2-2 is your score. All right. Number 15 to put it away, and does. Kelsey there. Madison setting up for Kelsey. Spike good. That's 28. 2 everyone to get it. 14 sends it the wrong direction. And Suburban will get the point 3-2 in favor of us. As here is Miss Madison Stevens to send it. And she will do so. And to 6-7 over. Misty there. And Abby, Misty, and drops in out of bounds. 3-3 early in the first period. All right, 7 up and away. And Kelsey there. Madison, Kelsey, spike successful, right? 15 and back. Madison, Kelsey. And Madison over, good. 28-14, setting up for 6, over. Misty, good. And 2 went to get it, but Abby got that. Madison do. And anyway, over is Calvary, and over to Suburban. Lillian got there, fit the ceiling. 14, she saved it. Peyton over, good. Good save there on the Suburban side, 14. And Calvary over. Lillian, Madison, Misty, spike. And that's 14 now. And over. Lillian, Madison, Kelsey, spike. Good, 14. 2, back to 14, over. Madison, Kelsey, and Madison good. Right there, 28. 2, setting them for 6, over. Abby, Madison, back. Kelsey, spike is successful. Whoever that was, I could not tell with the number. Peyton there. Over on the Suburban side, good back and forth battle here. Kelsey over. And there's 7. At 14, over is 7. Right there is Lillian Hollis, 2, Madison. And Kelsey, good spike and good placement. There you go, Kelsey Baird. 4-3 in favor of Suburban. That's how you put it there. Good deal there. All right, Miss Kelsey Baird gets to serve for her reward. And that one is over. Right there is, I cannot tell the number, but it's over on the Suburban side. There's Madison, setting for Kirsten over. And that's, I could not tell the number. 14, Calvary over. Kelsey, Madison, and Peyton, good spike. That's, I could not tell, 14. And that's over the net. Yes, it is, 4-4. As we're playing a nice, having both teams off to a good start. All right, Calvary serving. 4-4 is your score. That's 14 over for Calvary. Right there is Abby, Madison, and Kirsten over. 14-2. Setting up for 20. And that was nicely played. Abby could not get there, and Calvary gets the point 5-4 in this first period. All right, here we go. Calvary 14 over the net, and Abby could not get to it. I mean, she got to it, but she sent it the wrong direction. 6-4 Calvary. Early first period. As 14 for Calvary is over, and Lillian. Madison got it. Back to Peyton, good spike, and that will out of bounds. Out of bounds, 7-4 Calvary. Okay, 14 for Calvary. Over. Lillian Hollis, Madison, good! Very good, Madison Stevens, 7-5. Nicely done. Oh, come on now. I don't, so they, okay. What in the world happened with that? I guess they gave the point to Calvary. Anyway, it's 8-4, and over is Calvary. Madison there. Kirsten over, right there. 28, 6 over, and that will be a point for Suburban, and now they have their 5th point. Down 3 early. Here in the first period, as Misty Elliott will get to serve. She is up and away with it, and over right there, 2 and 6, and I'm sorry, and that's a point for Suburban. I made a mistake on the number. 8-6 your score here in the first period early, and Misty's just off the front of the net. 9-6, favor of Calvary, as it is their serve. All right, 2 to serve for Calvary. She is up and away, and good is Lillian Hollis, but off the front of the net. 10-6 Calvary. To me, the serve the bump looked good, but it hit the net. 10-6. 2 is up and on away, and off the front of the net. 10-7. As Peyton Glover will serve it away for us. She does. Good placement. Now bring it over. Suburban with it. Abby Connor, good spike, and nicely done, Abby Connor. 10-8. All right, Peyton Glover again now. Up, and there's 14 now over to Suburban. Madison, Kirsten over. 7. Cannot tell the number. And that's over. Right there is Kirsten. Right there is Madison. Back to Kirsten. Over. Good spike. And that's touched by 14 up to 28. And now 15 could hit the front of the net. 10-9. And here come the Crusaders here in this first period. And Peyton Glover is up and good. That is 7-28 overs. Right there is Peyton. Caddison, good. And hey, how about that? Calvary could not get to it, and we are tied at 10. All right, Peyton Glover. We'll get it again. Over. Right there's 2 and front, and off the front of the net. Suburban takes the lead, 11-10. Peyton Glover. First period, 11-10 in favor of your Crusaders, and Peyton Glover is over. And that's, I could not tell the number, it's going backwards. And that one will get over for Calvary, right to Kirsten, to Madison. And Kirsten, good spike. 2, or whatever. 28 over. And Lillian. Madison. Abby, wonderful. And rightly placed, Abby Connor, 12-10 in favor of the Crusaders. Timeout in this first period by Calvary. Under a minute. I'll be back in that amount of time. 12-10 Suburban early in this first period. All right, coming out of the timeout, as I want to welcome to those of you who might be watching or watch us later watch us at a later time. This is your guy Matthew Fox coming to you live inside the Crusader box here in his first real home game of the Varsity Girls Volleyball. Peyton Glover. Good. And right there, 7, 28, 15 over. Right to Lillian Hollis. Madison up. Kirsten over. That's 14, 28. And good as 15 and out of bounds. 13-10 Crusaders. All right, Miss Peyton is off the front of the net, 13-11. All right, 5, 6 over. Right there's Madison. Abby setting up for Madison. Good. And who's going to get it? 7, 28, 15. Off the front of the net, 14-11 Suburban. All right, Miss Lillian Hollis will put it in. Good. But out of bounds. 14-12. That's okay, Miss Hollis. You'll get it next time. 14-12 in favor of Suburban, as 28 will serve for Calvary. And 28 is up and away, and this time it will be out of bounds in favor of the Crusaders, 15-12, their lead. All right, and this time Miss Abby Connor will serve it up and over, and not ready was Calvary, 16-12 Suburban here in this first period. As here is Abby Connor once more, and she is good. And right there, I could not tell the number 7, 14 over. Abby Madison setting up for Kelsey, good spike, and right there's 28 right there, sends it to 15, is 7 over. And who's going to get it? Madison does. Misty and Kelsey, good. There's 6, 14, 15. Right there's Lily, she touched it, and that will be a point for Calvary. 16-13. Yes, she did. 16-13 here in this first period. Okay, 15 to serve. And good. Kelsey. Madison. And Kelsey, good spike. And that's, could not tell the number. And that will be out of bounds. 17-13 Suburban. Madison Stevens is over. Right there, 15 and too short, not too high. 18-13 Crusaders here in this first period. As Miss Madison Stevens will send it. And she will. I could not tell 6 and short. 19-13. 6-point advantage for Crusaders as Madison will send it. Right there, 6-14 over. And hit the floor before Hollis could get it. 19-14. All right, 7 to send it for Calvary. She was not exactly ready yet, as this time she will be and over. Misty Madison, I was saying, I don't know if it's going to drop. I don't know if it could stay on here on this side or drop down, and it did drop down. 20-14 favor Suburban in this first period. 5 points away from taking the first set. And Kelsey Baird will send it. Could not tell the number, I think 15, 2, 6 over. And inbounds. 20-15. Good play on their part. 14 for Calvary will serve. And she will over. Out of bounds this time. 21-15 Suburban. All right, Misty Elliott will send it away and short, 21-16. All right, 2 for Calvary. Over. Lillian. Madison with the gut. Peyton, good spike, and nicely placed with 7, 28. And 2 up for the spike. Good, and this time out of bounds. 22-16 Suburban. Peyton Glover. Will good. Send it over. And this will be out of bounds. 22-17. 3 points away are the Crusaders from taking the first set. But Calvary still trying to come back. 6 over. Lillian up. Peyton. Madison good. 2. 28. 15 over. Like to Hollis. Madison. Setting up for Abby. Good. And right there is whoever that was. 14, 8 and over. Lillian. Madison. And Kirsten good. And right there's. And that one will sail away from the target, 23-17 in favor of Suburban. Here in this first period, they are 2 points away from taking the set. As Miss Lillian Hollis will serve it away. As she just likes to quiet things down, take her time and all that. Let her do her job. And she is away. Right there, 14-23 over. Kelsey, Madison, Abby Connor, good. Right there, up in the air. Can they still save it? Yes. And 7 off the front of the net, 24-17. And Suburban is 1 point away from taking this first set here. As let's see if Miss Hollis can do exactly that. She is up and short. 24-18. Calvary 6 points down. All right, 28 will serve. And up. And that will go backwards. Could not get to it. 24-19. Calvary still trying to mount themselves back. Suburban trying to not let them get any closer. Here's 28 over. And right there, Lillian, she touched it, but she went the wrong way. 24-20. It's a 4-point game. Come on, come on, come on. All right, 28-4 Calvary. Over not. And off the front of the net, Suburban takes the first set, 25-20. And that makes it 1-0. All right. That means I'm going to go since his first period has ended. I will go over the starting lineups for Calvary first here, as I will give those to you. We have number 28, Alyssa, number 15, Lily, number 7, Gazelle, number 14, Beth, number 2, Marissa, and number 6, Michaela. That is your starting lineups for Calvary Christian. I'll go over Suburbans at the end of the second period. And so now I will take a short break and be back with you to start the second period. Suburban leads the first period, leads the series 1-0. Or should I say set 1-0. All right, well, I'll be back with you shortly. All right, welcome back to start the second period between Calvary and Suburban. Say it how you want, Suburban, Calvary. I don't care. Just say it how you want. It's all right. Suburban leads the set 1-0. Okay. All right, Suburban starts here. Abby Connor away. And that will go the wrong direction on Calvary's part. 1-0 early Suburban. All right, Abby Connor. over. Up. 28-7, good. Right there is Hollis, Madison, and Kelsey over. And I could not tell the number. And up 28 over for Calvary. Kelsey there. Madison setting up for Kelsey. Excellent spike. Or solid, soft spike, could I say. Over. And right on Suburban's court, 1-1. As Calvary will now serve. .28 over Lillian Hollis, Madison, and Kelsey good. And she put it too perfect. Nobody could get there. 2-1 Suburban in this second period. Madison, 21. Whoever that is, two were there, but none could touch it. You know what I'm saying. 3-1 Suburban early second period. As Madison Stevens. Madison over. Right there, 6 over. 11 Kelsey, Madison, and Glover over. And there's 1-14. And Calvary. And Suburban could not get to it. 3-2. And away, Peyton. Madison, yes. Peyton, good spike. And 28-14. And over, Abby, over. 7-14. And that is going to be not over. Not over is Calvary. 4-2 Suburban. All right, 4-2 in favor of Crusaders. Kelsey Baird is over with her. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Point for Suburban. 5-2 is your score. That's right, that's right. Kelsey away. Right there, I could not tell 6, and whoever that was over right there to Kirsten. And Madison sitting up for Kirsten. Good spike. And over. And 28-14. Sitting for 7. Good spike, and that will be inbounds. Yes, it is. 5-3. Nicely done by Calvary Christian, I will say. Thank you. All right, and 7 away. Right there is Katie Krynock. Madison, and Katie cannot get it over. 5-4. We want to welcome all the wonderful people that came out this late afternoon into the evening. It's just now got evening. 7 is over. Katie, right to Madison. Madison setting for Peyton. Good. And good play and out of bounds. Calvary tried. 6-4. Suburban. As Miss Kirsten Helton will serve in just a minute. As Lillian Hollis has got to tie her shoe. You know that's important. What can I say about that? As Kirsten over. Recite is 28 for whoever that is. And up, Kirsten. Madison. Setting up for Abby Connor. Good. And that one's going to go. Can they save it? No, they can't. Point Suburban 7-4 here in this second period. Kirsten Helton. Over. And she put it too good. Too good. 8-4 as Calvary could not return it. Okay, Kirsten Helton over. Right there is 28. Who got it over? Katie Cronach. And that's going to go backwards. 9-4. Here in the second period, Suburban leads 1-0. All right, and Kirsten will do it again. And she is successful. And right there off the front of the net, 10-4. Very good. Okay, Kirsten. Off the front of the net, 10-5 as she made that mistake. But let's try not to do that again, okay? I'm just kidding. 10-5 your score. Calvary 14 over. Katie Madison could not get it. 10-6. She could touch it, but she couldn't successfully get it over. 10-6 here in the second period and lead by Suburban. 14 over. Lillian Hollis. And Madison could touch it again, but unsuccessfully get it over. 10-7. Calvary serving. 14 over. Right to Peyton. She puts it. Kirsten there. Madison this time does get it. I love that. 28. 6. Good spike and out of bounds. 10-8. 11-7. 11-7 Suburban here in the second period. They lead 1-0. All right, Peyton Glover. Over. And right there is 15-6, 28 over. Right there is Kirsten to Madison. Setting up for Abby. Could not get there with Calvary. A 12-7 off the hands of Miss Abby Connor. And that's how it's done. Okay, Peyton Glover is over. And right there is Calvary 2 over. All right, Lillian, Madison, and Katie Good. Well, good by hit, but not good over, should I say. 12-8. Now, Calvary needs to put on a little run here, if I were them. All right, 2 for Calvary. And she is over. Madison, Lillian, and back to Madison. Good. Right to 7, 28, and 6 over right there, Abby. Madison, Abby up the front of the net, 12-9. And 2 for Calvary is good. Right to Abby. Madison. And the Abby, good spike and good short, successful spike. 13-9 Suburban. I will credit her for a good one for that one. As you know, Miss Lillian Hollis, she takes it over. And as you've seen, just quiet. She doesn't have any pace to it. Just slows herself down. And then away. Right to 15. 28. And 15 spike. And right in the middle, where you want to put it. Nobody there. 13-10. Good point for Calvary. All right. 6 for Calvary Christian. 13-10 your score. She is over right to Peyton, and she puts it up. Lillian Hollis is there. And who's going to get there? Madison, but out of bounds. 13-11 point goes to Calvary here in the second period as they try to mount a little comeback. And she is over. Right to Abby. She goes backwards, and that makes it 13-12. And here comes Calvary on the march. All right. All right, 6 is over. Right to Peyton. Kelsey, you got to call that Madison. She does send it over. And right there is 6, 28 and 15 over. And right to Peyton. Man, she is able to get it over, but 15 was there. And Kelsey is short off the net, and that means we're tied at 13. And like I said, here comes Calvary coming back. They were down 13-8. Now the tied at 13 here in this second period. Remember, Suburban leads 1-0, and here is 6. She is off the front of the net, 14-13 Suburban as they take the lead right back. All right, Abby Connor. Over. Right there is, could not tell. And 15 and 28 is off the front of the net. 15-13 now, Suburban. Of course, Calvary is down 13-8, I believe, and scored five straight points. And here, Suburban has scored the last two. And Abby Connor is away, and that one is going to go backwards, and a point for the Crusaders, 16-13 in this second period. Okay, Abby Connor will do it again. Over, and that one goes the wrong direction, sideways, 17-13. And timeout, Calvary, as they try to regroup and get things back together. Of course, it was tied, but now Suburban scored the last 4 points. I'll take a short break too, and we'll come back to you short, and but almost 40 seconds, you know, something like that. Thank you. Second period back and going. As here is Abby Connor, 17-13 Suburban. Here in the second period. Remember, they lead 1-0. Madison 20 had a little conversation with the head ref. Abby Connor. Good. Over, right back. Suburban. Madison. Kelsey, good spike. And 4. Right there, 7. 28 over. And right there, Abby was able to get, I think, anyway, 28. And 7 for Calvary and out of bounds. Hello. 18-13 Suburban. As Abby Connor will serve it over. At least attempt to anyway, and she will be successful. And right there, 6 could not get, she got to, she was there. But on the ground she was, 19-13. It's all right. It's all right, Abby Connor over, and off the front then right there, 6 able to rebound, and over. Madison goes and gets it, and Kelsey over, and 3 were there, and that is what you call not so good communication. 20-13 Suburban. 3 of them were in the area. You just have to know what you're doing. All right, Abby Connor. Again, good. And over is 6, and that this time out of bounds, 21-13 in favor of our Crusaders. They are 4 points away from taking this second set. As Sophia Miller comes in for Kirsten Hilton. 21-13, Abby. Over, I think that was 6-2, and now 7 over, Kelsey, Madison, and Kelsey, good spike. Up in the air, 28, 2 over, and Lillian there. And that will be out of bounds, 21-14. Calvary gets the point. All right, 28-4, Calvary Christian. Is up and away. Abby there. Kelsey. Madison back. Got it. 26 up front, middle. 7. Good spike. And Lillian sends it the wrong direction. 21-15. 6 points down on Calvary. All right, 28 is away. She stepped on the line. Point for us Crusaders, 22-15. 3 points away. As a little discussion. All right. After that little discussion, and Madison Stevens over, but out of bounds, 22-16. All right, Suburban still 3 points away from taking this set and having a 2-0 lead. All right, 15 for Calvary is over. And right there is Abby. Madison over. And right there, 7. 14-7. No, Madison. I didn't know what side it was going to fall on. 14 now. And 7. Good spike. Oh, good block by Kelsey. And that will result in a Suburban point. 23-16 Crusaders here in the second period. That's how you do it. At least she made it. She made it hard for Calvary to get it over. All right, Kelsey over. Right there, 28, and she is short in 24-16. Okay, 1 point away. Kelsey over. Right there's whoever. 14-6 and 2 over. Right to Peyton. We're 1 point away. Madison. Sophia out of bounds. It's all right, 24-17. All right, 7 is off the net, and Madison, Katie over, and at 7, 14 is there, and over it's 2. Right there is Sophia and Madison, Katie good, and right there 15, 28, and 6 over, Katie. Madison right there, Katie over, 15, 14, 6 over, and Sophia was not going to get it, 24-18. All right, they're still alive, down by 6 in here in the second period. All right, 7 away and off the front of the net. Suburban takes set number 2. They lead 2-0. And we have the third period coming up next. Series lead by Suburban 2-0. There's 25. All right, we'll get you ready for the third period here. I'm going to go over the starting lineups for our Crusaders. All right, for our Suburban Christian Crusaders, we have number 1, Misty Elliott, number 3, Madison Stevens, number 4, Kirsten Hilton, number 5, Peyton Glover, number 6, Sophia Miller, number 8, Katie Krynock, number 11, Kelsey Baird, number 14, Lily Hollis, and number 16, Abby Connor. Your starting lineups for your Varsity Suburban Christian Crusaders. Third period is coming up next in about 2 minutes or so, and I'll take a short break and be back with you then. You're watching the first game of the season for the Varsity girls here at Suburban. Be right back with you. Thank you. All right, welcome back to this third period. Crusaders lead 2-0, as we will look for a clean sweep, at least attempt to, but that doesn't mean we are. Calvary will also try and make this thing interesting. All right, let's play the third period, and we'll see what's going to happen. 28 is over, or should I say short? See, when I do this, I always want to say, I always think it's going to be over, but that doesn't mean it's going to be. I just have a tendency of saying that. That doesn't mean I am, but it is not me. I'm not going over. That one went over for Suburban. 14 there, sends it backwards as Calvary is short with it, and why in the world did I put one? I'm sorry. Forgive me. Make that 2-0 Suburban. Don't ask me why I put 1 on the Calvary side. Oh, brother. All right. Abby Connor is good. As I could not tell whose number that was. Lillian Hollis, Madison, and Kelsey Baird. Good done. Spike off the front of the net. 2-1. All right, 15 serving for Calvary Christian, and she is over. Right there, Kelsey and Madison. Setting up for Kelsey, good spike, and over. And 15, Calvary could not send it over. 3-1, Suburban. All right, Madison Stevens is over. Right there. And 28, 14, and 2 for Calvary. Good, and she put it there perfectly. 3-2. Calvary within 1 early in the third period. As I want to say, hope you're having a good start to your evening. And, of course, you know who you're listening to. 7 over for Calvary. Right there, Misty and Madison. Setting up for Peyton. Over, and that will be 6-14. Back 2, and that's going to fall short, and 3 tries it is. 4-2, Suburban. Okay, Kelsey is over. Right there, 28 and 2. 6. Good spike, but out of bounds. 5-2 in favor of the Crusaders. Okay, over is Kelsey, and they weren't ready. 6-2, Suburban. All right, Miss Kelsey Baird is short. 6-3. All right, 14 for Calvary is going to try, and she will hit the front of the net. 7-3 in favor of the Crusaders. Remember, they lead 2-0. Yeah. All right, Misty is over right there. 15. Out of bounds. 8-3 in favor of our Suburban Crusaders. All right. 1 Misty Elliott will serve it away. She is over. Right there, 28. 6. 28 over. Right there, Misty and Madison. And Abby Connor, good spike right there. Took a little heat. 6. And now she took a little bump off the player, of her own player. 9-3 Suburban. And now a little substitution as 25 will come in, or 22, excuse me, for 15 for Calvary. 9-3 in favor of her Crusaders. And Misty is over. Right there is 7. And over, Illy could not, well, she touched it, but she was not able to be in a good position to get it over. 9-4. All right, 2 for Calvary. And 2 is short off the front of the net, 10-4. Now the Crusaders. Here in this third period. Number 5, Peyton Glover will now send it over. And she does successfully, and that was touched by 7, went the wrong way. 11-4 now, as we are in good shape in this one. Good shape we are. Good shape. As here is Peyton Glover is once again over. And 14-6 over. And Katie and Abby just let the 2 of them drop. 2 of them let them drop. They were both there and they let the ball drop. That's what I'm trying to say. 11-5 your score here in the third period. 6 for Calvary over. Lillian Hollis. Madison Stevens. Abby. All right, and over is Calvary. 11-6. Substitution for our Crusaders as Misty Elliott goes out and Kirsten Hilton comes in. 11-6 your score in this third period. Suburban leads 2-0 as 6 is away. Peyton, Madison, Lillian Hall is good as there's 2, 28, and good 15. Lillian Hall is there. She sends it backwards. 11-7. Calvary needs to be on the march back if they want to make something out of nothing. Suburban started this period off well as that one is just over as Lillian Hollis, and she sends it toward the net as it goes off the net as we cannot get to it. 11-8. And here comes Calvary. 6 over again. Right there is Lillian, and she will. Good, just got over. Good. Great job. As 15, hits it, but it goes under the net and not over the net. 12-8, Suburban. Here in this third period, it's once again I want to say thank you to all the crowd that came out here this late afternoon to the evening to watch this first varsity volleyball game that counts. As Lillian Hollis is over, and 2 right there, 15 and 7 over. Right there, Lillian. And Madison and Abby good. Right there, 7, 28, and 7 was the spike and out of bounds. 13-8 in favor of our Crusaders here in the third period. Lillian Hollis takes her time, but that's all right. Over. Right there, 2, I don't know who it was, 28 over. Right there, Peyton, Madison, LC, good spike. And right there, good save, and Calvary is unsuccessful in getting over. 14-8 in favor of our Suburban Crusaders. Varsity girls, that is. All right, Lillian House will take her time. And she is successful. Right there, 7, 15, and back to 7 over. Right there is Lillian. Right to Madison. Send up for Abby. Good play, Abby Connor. She put it right in the middle and made it 15-8 in favor of the Crusaders here in this third period. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. At Lillian Hollis will take her time once again and set her mark and over. And that one is going to go backwards, and that will be a point for us. 16-8. Looking great. Lillian Hollis taking her time and over. Right there. 6, 28, 7 over. Right there, Peyton. Lily fell down. You can still get to it. No, it's all right. Don't hurt him. Let's not injure ourselves here. It's been a good game. We don't need it. We don't need anybody to get hurt. 16-9. It's okay. All right, 28 over for Calvary. Right there, Kelsey. Madison setting up for Kelsey. Good spike. And right there, Calvary. 15 and 7 over. Right there, Lily. Madison. Then Abby trying to do it again. And she will be successful too. Could not get it over. And that will be a point for us. 17-9 in favor of our Crusaders in this third period as we lead 2-0. And on our way. Abby Connor, good. Right there. Over, Calvary, Lily. Kelsey, short off the fingertips, 17-10. Calvary down by 7 points. I mean, they got to make a run here in the late stages if they want to make this interesting. And that needs to start right now as 15 is over. Right there, Kelsey, Madison, and then Kirsten over. Right there, 15. Then 2. 14 goes and gets it and sends and able to get it over. Madison, Kelsey, and now Madison, good spike and out of bounds, 17-11. Six points down is Calvary. And 15 is good. Kelsey there and Madison. Kelsey, good. And over, not over, should I say. Off the front of the net is 28. Point Suburban, 18-11. All right, Miss Madison Stevens. Over, off the front of the net, and too good for Madison Stevens. As 2 tried to get there. She didn't know if it was going over or not, but it did. Very nicely done, Miss Madison. 19-11 in favor of Crusaders, and we are 6 points away. Madison, good. And, Calvary still able to get there to save a point. Kelsey over and out of bounds this time, 19-12. All right, they're still, Calvary's just down by 7. They have some work to do as that one is over. Kirsten there, Kelsey, and Kirsten over, setting up for 7, 14, and 6. Good. Right there. Don't bump into each other is what I'm saying. Kelsey over. And there's 28. There's 14. Setting up for 6. Good spike and inbounds. Yes, it is. 19-13. All right, they trail by 6. Trying to make something interesting. In which it needs to continue right now as that one is over right there. And nobody got to it. 19-14. I mean, that's how you get your quick points. You want to try and get your quick points right now and see if you can be able to tie up that game or take the lead, especially in volleyball, as 7 is over. And Lillian there. Madison and Kelsey, good spike. And that one's up. 2 of them there. Who's going to get there? And now nobody's going to get there. And 20-14. Suburban is now 5 points away from taking this one. All right, Kelsey, good. Right there, 6-2. Back to 6. Yeah, she must have been too far close to the net or something like that. 21-14. 4 points away now we are. Kelsey will try it again, and she will. 28 there, 2, and 6. Sends it way out of bounds. 22-14, and now we are 3 points away from taking the sweep here in this first game of the season. All right, Kelsey will do it again, and she is successful. Right there, 28, and back to Madison, to Katie. And she got it over. 2 were there, and not able to send it. 23-14, and now 2 points away from a victory. All right, Kelsey is over. Right there, 15, sends up in the air, and nobody get there. 24-14, and we are now 1 point away from the sweep this evening. All right, Kelsey. Over 15, not gonna. Oh, they save it, but as we're gonna say it, or what did they say? Point Suburban, and that's the ball game. Suburban takes the sets 3-0, and that's how you open your season right there. Wonderful job. Congratulations to our Suburban varsity girls as they beat Calvary in a sweep. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that to start the 2022 campaign. That is great stuff. But with that being said, this past weekend, the varsity girls had a preseason tournament, and they played at Tabernacle Christian School, and they won all 3 games, and so they finished first place. So congratulations to them for that accomplishment. And then I will back up even before that. This past Friday, we had a alumni game for varsity. We had the alumni varsity girls and the varsity girls, and of course none of that counts for real. It was a good game to be a part of and to get. That was kind of my preseason game too, and of course with this being now real, it's a great thing. And of course I'm so glad to be back here, and I have this job, and I have the best opportunity. And boy, I hope you're ready for a great volleyball season. As I get all my thoughts together here. So, as I was saying, you got. So anyway, a great start to the season for varsity volleyball. Friday will be the next time I will be on the air, and your volleyball girls. This time on Friday, August 19th, 2022, we playing the Kings Academy. 5 o'clock is junior high, and 6:15 is varsity for volleyball. And also for soccer, varsity has a game at 5 o'clock. So let me recap and tell you about soccer real quick. Of course, for last Friday, they also played an alumni game in which they lost 5-1, but that's okay. Oh, and also in that volleyball alumni game, the varsity girls won 2-1. Okay, and then going back to yesterday with soccer, you had a varsity game, their first game of the season, and they lost. Well, two games for soccer yesterday. You had junior high that played, they won 4-0, and varsity also played, and they lost 4-1. So therefore, 1-0 is junior high, and 0-1 is varsity. So I just want to get all of that straight and all of that put out there. If I miss anything, I'm sure you'll hear from me, and I'll get it going, and I'll tell it to you. But I look forward to talking to you again on Friday in the late part of the afternoon, as there will be junior high volleyball and varsity volleyball against the Kings Academy. And once again, a wonderful win for our varsity girls. They open up their season 1-0 as they beat Calvary Christian. I want to say thank you, and hope you've enjoyed this broadcast, and look for more to come, Lord willing. As I want to say goodbye and good night from Suburban Christian School, as this is your announcer signing out saying adios. Suburban takes it, and a good one. Matthew Fox, or the SCS announcer, sign out saying goodbye and good night, and we'll talk to you on Friday. Adios.